Hey everyone, it's Jen at Ink Paper Rubber. Happy Wednesday to you. I got an Impression Obsession order in today and thought that I would share that with you. We got in some of the dies that have been very popular and have sold out, a couple of new dies, as well as a few new stamps. So let me just jump in and show you what we got. First of all, two of the most popular items. One of them is a die. It's actually a die set. This one is called Desert Scene, and you can see that you actually get 3 different dies in here, and when you put them together you get something like this. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. And of course you could use any of the die pieces separately, hey there Jan, or use them all together like we have here to create this pretty desert scene. Another stamp that has been very popular is this one here. This is the Howling Wolf, and you may recall we did this in our make and take, I think a couple of weeks ago. You can see we did some masking and some ink blending for a background and then stamped that silhouette wolf in front of that. So pretty. Some other dies that we got back in. The first one here is called Good Day Fishing. And you can see here we did an easy watercolor background and then just layered that on there. These silhouette dies are really easy to use. You just create a background or use some pattern paper and you have a card. I might point out we did this card in class recently, and someone didn't really want to have someone fishing. She was going to give it to someone who doesn't fish. So she came in and she just cut off the fishing pole, and so you had the man and his dog sitting there. And she actually did not really want this kind of fishing hat on him, so she went in and she cut off that back brim, and all of a sudden you have someone sitting there with their dog by the lake with a baseball cap. So adjust it. Even if you're going to use it for someone that doesn't fish, you can adjust it and make it work. This was another silhouette die that was really popular. It's called Sunset on Horse, and once again we just created this pretty sunset background and then cut our silhouette die out of black and layered it on there, and you have a really beautiful card. We also got back in a couple of the really cute critter dies that they had. This one is the llama, and you can see you get a number of pieces here so that you can actually build it up and do some paper piecing. And here is that cute little llama, what he looks like when you do him all up. And another one that we got in is the frog, and likewise this one has multiple pieces. You have the frog body and you have his belly, and then you have all these spots that you can add to him. And we are going to be doing him in an upcoming class. I think this is going to be in a June class, and you can see how cute he is there. These are a couple of new dies that we have not had in before. If you are a cat lover, you might be interested in this one. It's the cat and bird frame. Again, it is a silhouette die, so do a really pretty background and add this onto it. And you have a really stunning card. You can see there you have the cat looking up at the bird sitting up in the branch. And this one is really fun. It's called Sheep, Birds, and Trees. And I think this one has a very folk art feel to it, but it's a really good value because of the number of dies that you get with it. You can see here how many dies you get with it. You get 4 different separate bird dies, you get the trees, and then you get 2 separate little sheep dies. So I think there's lots of fun things you could do with that one. All right, now on to some new stamps. The first one is a cover a card stamp. This is one of their large 6x6 background stamps, so you can stamp it and you have your card pretty much done. This one is called Flower Garden. You can see all these pretty outline flowers on here. This would be really pretty if you like to color. You have lots of flowers that you can color in with whatever method you like, alcohol markers, watercolors, colored pencils, whatever you like. I think this also would be really pretty if you just embossed it, maybe gold embossed it on a dark color of cardstock and added a sentiment, and you would have a really simple and elegant card. I also think it might be fun to do some tone-on-tone embossing, so either black emboss on a black background or just use clear embossing on colored cardstock, and that would give you a really subtle background that you could then add whatever you wanted to it. This one is a really fun little set. This is a new clear set, and it's called Out of This World. And I know we've had some outer space sets before, but I just thought this one was really adorable. You can see there we have the spaceship, and we have two little spacemen there. I like this one where the helmet with the visor down, you can't see the face. And then we have some planets here and some stars. And there is also a really fun sentiment, may your birthday be out of this world. And we have a couple of standalone sentiments that I think would work great with this set or on their own. This one, love you to the moon and back. And this one says, I love you more than all the stars. This next one is really fun. You can see we have these vintage looking gentlemen, and the name of this stamp set is fun. It is called Group Selfie because if you look there really closely, look at that. They are in fact taking a selfie. That's pretty funny. So lots of fun things I think you could do with that one. This is a fun new birthday greeting. This is perfect for a belated birthday card. I know we all have run into that before, or we just didn't quite get it sent out on time, and this is the perfect sentiment to add to that. And I might just point out that this is all comes as one single stamp, but you can see that there is quite a bit of space there between the top sentiment and the bottom one. It says you're welcome and happy belated birthday. So I think it would be really easy to mask that and stamp the top part of it on the outside of your card and the bottom on the inside of your card if you wanted. And if you really wanted to, it would be very easy to even just cut that stamp apart and have two different stamps, and then you don't even have to worry about masking. Last thing I have to show you is this sentiment here, and this one really doesn't go necessarily with anything else that we got here, but I really like this one. Hey there, Dina. Dina was the designer of the group Selfie and also this fun little sentiment. So as I mentioned, here is our last one. The beach is calling and I must go. I just think that's a fun one for this time of year, and I'm sure you all have some great beachy stamps and dies that would go perfectly with. So that is what we got in today. If you missed out on anything or you like any of these new things that we see, I hope you will stop in and check them all out. Remember, we are here until 8 o'clock tonight, so stop by after work if you want. Hope you all have a great evening, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye.